Stop trying to be better than everyone. This is something that the younger version of me used to struggle with greatly because when I was growing up, I used to get emotionally bullied by other people. I wouldn't get physically bullied, nobody would ever beat me up, but since I was incredibly short, I got made fun of all the time and very few people took me seriously. So because of that, I compensated by trying to be better than other people in other ways, like using my intelligence to be better than them and other things like that. And it all stemmed from insecurity. But because of that, it took me a while into adulthood to be able to finally let go of those insecurities that caused me to always want to be better than other people. And even now, there's still some little remnants from that old version of me who always wanted to be better than other people. And I find myself having to focus on that and kick those thoughts to the curb because they're just not helpful. What's the point in trying to be better than everyone around you? Especially because if you somehow succeed and you find yourself in a room where you're better than everyone, what's the point of being there? Like, you can't grow in a room like that. If you're better than all the people around you, what can they teach you? What can you learn from that environment? If anything, that's a place where you'll stagnate because you're no longer being challenged. So that's just one issue with this behavior. But truly the biggest issue with it is that it will repel good people from your life. Because if you're constantly trying to be better than everyone, trying to one-up everyone around you, that exudes insecurity. And people who really spend a lot of time working on themselves, who are great people to have in your life, to have in your inner circle, they probably won't want to tolerate that kind of behavior. In fact, I'm pretty good at noticing when people do this because I used to do it myself, right? So I have that perspective on it because I used to be guilty of this. So I know how to spot this behavior really well in other people. And every time I encounter it, it's unfortunate. Usually it makes me not want to be around people who exhibit this. And pretty much nobody looks good when they're behaving in this way. Because how could you possibly look good when you're trying to be better than everyone around you? That either leads to you exhibiting behavior where you're trying to one-up them, so they do something cool, then you try to do something even cooler or more impressive, or it leads to you being mean to other people and kind of trying to knock them down a few pegs with your words so that you end up looking better than them. That's also not a good look. So usually it just leads to behavior that kind of pushes people away from us. Because why would they want to be around us when we're acting that insecure? So the solution to this kind of behavior is working on self-love, working on knowing your worth, what you bring to the table, being kinder to yourself, gentler to yourself, being able to love and accept yourself as you are, and basically just being more comfortable in your own skin. But self-love will help you accomplish that. That's the end goal. The more comfortable you are in your own skin, you're not going to try to one-up other people anymore because you're not going to care. You're going to feel comfortable as you are. You're going to accept yourself as you are. And when you do that, there's absolutely no need to engage in these kind of ulterior competitions with the people around you, right? Why would you need to do that if you already feel secure in yourself? You don't feel a need to compete with everyone around you and try to one-up them or be more impressive than them. You won't even care about getting attention from other people too. So there's no real reason to engage in that kind of insecure behavior. This is what you should work on. Now you're probably wondering, how can I work on becoming comfortable in my own skin? And well, what you want to do is go back to your childhood and think about all the things that led to you having these insecurities where you want to feel better than everyone else. What caused this? For me, I can tell you it was that bullying, but also school made it so that if you got questions right, you were considered better than others, right? You were considered more intelligent and whatnot. You were a better performer. So it conditioned me to always want to prove myself, to always want to perform and be better than my peers. That was very difficult for me to let go of. But knowing that that was one of the causes of this, along with the bullying, all I had to really do was go back and get rid of that conditioning, starting to reframe the way I thought, starting to tell myself that, hey, even if I'm smarter than someone else, it doesn't really mean anything because there's surely other people out there who are smarter than me. And also, everyone I've encountered has been better than me at certain things in life. I started telling myself that as well. And even if you're better than someone at one specific thing, there's probably quite a few things that they can beat you at. So what's the point in trying to think you're better than everyone else? It's not even going to be true. It's not very helpful. You can't learn things from other people if you're constantly employing that mentality because then you're not going to get to know them well enough to figure out what they actually do better than you and then have them teach you those things as well. So you basically want to go back and work on reframing all that old conditioning that created these insecurities within you in the first place. But once you've done that, now you can work on accepting and loving yourself as you are. And this, like the reframing your old conditioning, starts from up here. It starts from your thoughts. You're going to want to work on just having kinder, gentler thoughts to yourself, not beating yourself up all the time, not sabotaging all the time, just being a kinder person. You want to really think about it kind of like how you treat your best friends or the people you really care about. You don't constantly beat them up, right? You don't constantly sabotage what they're doing. Instead, you're probably a bit encouraging to them. You probably help motivate them. You support them. You're there for them. You're just a good person to them, right? Hopefully that's the case. If not, well, you might not be a great friend. But if you are a good friend like that to the people you care about, realize that you can treat yourself the same exact way. You can be kind to yourself. You can motivate yourself. You can cheer for yourself. You can support yourself with your thoughts up here. You don't need to only treat other people that way. Do it to yourself too. And the more that you practice that, it will, of course, take years, but you can get to a point where you truly are comfortable in your own skin, even to the point where people can notice some of your biggest insecurities from the past, and they won't even faze you anymore. It's a beautiful place to get to, but it does take a lot of inner work, so I wouldn't ever lie to you and tell you that it's easy, because it's not. But if you get there, if you put in that work to get there, oh my God, does it make life so much better. It truly is interesting to get to a place where people can notice things about you that used to be horrible, things that used to beat yourself up over, some of your flaws that you really didn't like, and yet they don't faze you anymore. Or even people bringing up jokes and other things like that that used to trigger you in the past, and now they don't, because you're more comfortable in your own skin, so nothing really fazes you. It's a powerful place to be, but you have to get there using your own mindset, just being kinder to yourself over time, being consistent with it, and noticing your good qualities and constantly affirming them to yourself, reminding yourself that you have those things, knowing your worth, what you bring to the table, knowing that you are a good friend to other people and you have all these valuable qualities that other people would love and enjoy. The more you just remind yourself of those things, it makes it so that you can finally be comfortable in your own skin. And then you're not going to care about being better than everyone around you, because why would you, right? You're comfortable in yourself. You're secure in yourself. There's no need for that behavior anymore. So now your relationships will be a lot stronger because you're not going to be one-upping all the people around you. You're going to be supportive of them. You're going to care about them and want them to achieve their goals as well, not just you achieving your goals and hoping they fail so that you can be better than them. It's a beautiful place to be, but it takes a lot of work. So hopefully you're willing to put in that work, and if you are, your life will become a lot better for it. You just really don't want to be in that place where you're constantly trying to be better than everyone around you. It's not a useful place to be in life. So work on that, and you'll see how much better it will make your life. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I truly hope this was useful. I kind of feel like I may have repeated myself quite a bit, but hey, repetition helps us with learning things, so maybe it wasn't the worst situation. But yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you in the next video. Arrivederci.